Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, a.k.a. Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive day. I'm on my way to go get it as always. I hope y'all doing the same. On the road to 3K. We well into the 2K mark. Shout out to the nation and the mob for making this possible. All right, y'all, let's talk about y'all boy Gervonta Davis and exactly what's been going on with him, man. Shout out the Premier Boxing Champions, man. They put out 2 good episodes in the lead up to Gervonta Davis versus Frank Martin, along with David Benavidez versus Alexander Volzdik, man. They put out 2 episodes. You know what I mean? I think Prime Video has been responsible for making the video, those shows. So shout out to them for putting that together. But I really want to get into exactly the things that Gervonta Davis was saying on there, man. He was providing a lot of transparency. It was just bringing validity to what I was saying this entire time. And that was that Gervonta Davis, you know, he's unsure of himself going into this fight against Frank Martin. And, you know, he's worried about what Frank Martin is going to come out with. You see what I'm saying? I had made videos probably 1-2 months ago just speaking about how, and it did a lot of views as well, and I got a lot of criticism for it, saying how Gervonta Davis is extremely, like, concerned about Frank Martin and his overall abilities. Back when Gervonta Davis was talking about how he's gonna be too buff to swing and he got all these muscles and all that shit, I told you guys from there that, you know, Gervonta Davis is definitely keeping an eye on Frank Martin. He has a healthy amount of respect for Frank Martin, and, you know, that's something that he feels like is a pro on Frank Martin's side, because if it was something that was truly hurting Frank Martin, he would never bring it to his attention. You know what I'm saying? If he genuinely felt like Frank Martin's muscles were an issue, he would let him just continue to make that mistake so he could capitalize off of it. You see what I'm saying? So he goes on, he said he's going to be unsure. He's unsure of how he's going to come out in this fight with Frank Martin because he's been off for 14 months, which is a genuine concern. You know, this isn't me shitting on Gervonta Davis at all. You know, inactivity can affect you in a negative way. You know what I'm saying? Do I honestly think that it's going to affect Gervonta Davis at all? I don't think so at all, because, you know, Gervonta Davis has been doing this thing in terms of living the fighter lifestyle, man. You know, ever since he seemed to hit this switch, you know, he hasn't been, you know, putting on a crazy amount of weight. You know what I mean? He been locked in at the gym, and he's just been focused, man. So I think as long as you're in the gym and you're devoting yourself to your craft and you leaving no stones unturned, then, you know, inactivity can play a part, but not as much as if, you know, somebody was sitting around just fucking eating Cheetos, sitting on the sofa, just waiting for a fight date to come on some Keith Thurman shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's going to affect him at all, but I understand why Gervonta Davis has this concern. You know what I'm saying? And that just goes on to show how much pressure Gervonta Davis feels like he has on his shoulders at this particular time. You know what I'm saying? Also, like I said, he went on to say that, you know, he's worried about what, you know, Frank Martin is going to bring to the fight. You know what I'm saying? Because it could be a situation where Frank Martin is on a million this fight, and he might be clicking on all cylinders. He might rise to the occasion. You know what I'm saying? He might have a beautiful game plan set in place for Gervonta Davis. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody that he has history with. This is somebody that he sparred with in the past, so he knows, in a sense, who Gervonta Davis is and what he's capable of doing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I see exactly why Gervonta Davis has these concerns, and, you know, there's nothing wrong with having concerns. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make that abundantly clear. Like, you having concerns isn't going to do anything but make you prepare better for the fight. It's going to do nothing but make you train harder for the fight. You know what I'm saying? When you have that, when you have those worries, when you have that healthy amount of respect for your opponent, not too much respect now, but like when you have a healthy amount of respect for your opponent, it's going to make you really lock in, and, you know, you recognize that they might possibly have the recipe to beat you, and you don't want to lose. You know what I'm saying? Because that could affect your pay grade. This could affect your fan base. This could affect your momentum. This could affect you being one of the faces of boxing. You know, one loss in boxing could be very detrimental and life-changing in your career. You know what I'm saying? So with Gervonta Davis having, you know, blatantly voicing his concerns and saying that he's not only concerned with Frank Martin, but concerned to himself, it's something that I've been saying this entire time. You know, when I put out these videos saying it way before Gervonta Davis admitted it, I had people in the comments, man, you a Gervonta Davis hater, man, Man, he not scared of nobody. He from B-More. He from B-More. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You don't know boxing. Okay. You know what I'm saying? As if I never had the fighter mentality before. You know what I'm saying? When you have nerves, that's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? As long as you don't let it consume you, it's a great thing to have because it keeps you on your toes, man. So Gervonta Davis is in the right place mentally. You know what I'm saying? It shows that he cares. He understands that there's a lot on the line. And that's just what comes with the sport. There's a lot of pressure, regardless of whether they want to admit it or not. There's a lot of pressure to, you know, come out victorious, to look good and stuff like that. Because they know that if they slip just a little bit, it could affect them in a very negative way. You see what I'm saying? So that's my overall take on this whole situation. And then I also seen that a lot of people were speculating about, you know, Frank Martin having an eye injury going into this fight with Gervonta Davis. You know what I'm saying? I seen that. And I seen the little video that they was putting out and shit like that. And, you know, they was zooming in on Frank Martin. And he definitely looked like he had some black and blue, you know, marks on his eye and stuff like that. But I don't know if that's really, you know, a concern as of right now. You know what I mean? It's not like Cody Crowley with Jaron Ennis where this man had to do like a double eye surgery, or like Earl Spence when, you know, they found a detached retina for the Pacquiao fight, so they had to pull him out. I don't think we should necessarily jump the gun at all. Considering that it's fight week, I'm sure he already did his eye exams. I'm sure that he's already passed his eye exams and everything like that. So if he has black and blues on his eyes, and that just lets you know that he getting some good ass sparring in. You know what I'm saying? They making him pay for his mistakes. They making him tighten up, and he's getting some sharp work. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people could be looking at this as a concern on Frank Martin's part because, you know, he might be getting beat up. He probably wasn't even getting beat up. He probably got hit with one good shot. And, you know, that shot happened to, you know, tint his shit just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that shit, man. That's good. That comes with the game. Busted lips. You know what I'm saying? Bloody noses, black eyes, swelling under the eye. These are things that are very normal. You know what I'm saying? It's very rare if you ever spar an entire training camp and you don't get hit with a good shot. You know what I'm saying? Or even if you have a bad sparring day, these things do happen. You know what I'm saying? So looking at that Frank Martin situation, a lot of people is looking at it like a negative thing. But in my eyes, it's a positive. You know what I'm saying? Because he's actually getting some quality work over there with Derrick James and them. You know what I mean? They not letting him slide with no bullshit. They ain't pity-patting with him. They letting him know that this shit is real and you have to be prepared because you're going up against one of the most dangerous fighters in the world, one of the most popular fighters in the world. So you have to, you know, move accordingly. You know, and, you know, in preparation for somebody like Gervonta Davis, you definitely going to have to endure some bumps and bruises. So I'm not really concerned with that at all, man. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a plus, and I think we're going to be in for a hell of a fight come June 15th. You know what I mean? It's officially fight week. It's a beautiful week for me as well. You know what I'm saying? Because not only is it fight week, it's also the birth week of my son. You know what I'm saying? I got me a little 1-year-old in a couple days, so I'm feeling extremely blessed about that. So that's totally off subject, though. You know what I mean? I ain't going to get too much into that. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this shit here, man. Let me know what y'all think about Gervonta Davis voicing his concerns with Frank Martin and his ring rust, inactivity. And then you let me know about Frank Martin's apparent eye injury. Should it be a concern? Should it not be a concern? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. This is Mazuma TV. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm out of here, man. Peace.